And so today's theme is all about the adaptive learning as the core principle. Yeah. And what is the growth? The growth is never a straight line like this. I guess growth is you go and I don't know how to explain it, but imagine it's like a twirly whirly. Eventually, yes, you get there, your ending point is there on the top, but it is not necessarily a straight line. We have ups and downs. You face things that you don't plan for them. Sometimes you're just there.
You're going in circles to the top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they're not exact.
Yeah.
It really mixed up.
I know.
And I put one's perfect circle.
Personality.
And I guess it's a cycle. So we have to go through this growth cycle. It's not something that we can avoid if we want to achieve what we want to achieve and go through the growth journey. So let's hear about what do we have today, Peter?
Yeah, I think it's a principle of learn, implement. You fail, you correct, and you learn again, and you try again.
Wow.
So you fall forward all the time.
Fall forward. And I know there's a saying that says fall down 7 times, but stand up 8.
Yes.
Don't stay down. When you are falling, get up. Get up one more time. And people around you, surround yourself with people that will also help you to get up.
Now, people usually think it's a principle of learn, implement, and succeed. Learn, implement, succeed. Learn, implement, succeed. But it's not like that.
Yeah.
It's learn, implement, miss a mark, fail, adjust, improve.
Yes. And
repeat from the beginning again.
Yes. And I mean, high achievers, we can't avoid mistakes. You can't avoid failing forward. It is used as information. So it's feedback, something that didn't go as you have planned it to go. Yeah. That is the feedback that you're going to get from falling or failure. And every result, whether good or bad, is just a feedback. It doesn't matter. Good and bad is being used. And I think that's one of the reasons we talk about when you fail your way to success. Failure is part of the journey to success. It's not like one tick, I was successful. No, it's 1,000 fails and maybe one tick and then it's success after that 1,000 fails. And for everybody, it's really different. It's not something that we can say that is exactly how it is going to be. Something that I can encourage you with is embrace it. Embrace it as a journey and don't let it affect you personally. I know that's hard. However, it is not personal. Failure is not personal. It's part of life. It's part of us getting stronger and better.
Yeah, a child used to learn to walk. They fall down many times.
Exactly.
But they get up again and they try to walk and then eventually they walk.
Exactly. They bump heads, they bleed, they cry. It's consistently like that. You feel the pain, but gotta go through it.
I think that the big thing is we must ask ourselves when we fail, what worked, what didn't work, what must I change, what must stay the same so that I can have better results. Ask these questions so that you can learn from mistakes. Of course, that's why mistakes are there, to learn from. It's not to take you down. It doesn't say anything about your personality. It says something about your way of working.
It's mistakes are not evidence that you are incapable, and the evidence that you are in the process.
Yeah.
It is just evidence that you are that it is part of the process and that you are in that process. So remember, the very first day we spoke about this, we saying from the caterpillar to the butterfly. Yes, the caterpillar has to go through this cocoon cycle. That's the pain. That is the fail forward part, because the caterpillar thought going quickly through that and then it's on the other side. Didn't know that there was going to be a painful process as part of staying with us to become that beautiful color. You have to go through that painful process. Something that I'm thinking about is diamonds are not diamonds. You don't collect just the diamond and it's wow, beautiful. It goes through a lot of pressure and it is very ugly and pitch black in the beginning. It has to go through a lot of heat, a lot of pressure, cold,
and
eventually, after a lot of heat and a whole process, it becomes this beautiful diamond. Also think of the pearl. Interesting thing about the pearl that you find in this in the shell. It's not like that in the beginning. There's no pearl in the shell. When it goes through something traumatic, the shell, and I guess it is a live shell. There's an animal inside there. goes through something traumatic or painful, the pearl gets formed.
I sent some good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
One.
Just I can't even think how that happens. I mean, if we just think of how God has created these small creatures that develop so beautiful, how much more not for us?
And does he look after us?
Exactly.
I think the big thing is not, the goal is not to avoid failure, but to shorten the distance between the feedback and the adjustment.
Yes.
There's all failures in every one of us every day. But how quickly do you learn from that? How quickly do you adjust from that? Must be our focus point.
I like that. The quicker you get to the next step, the quicker you move through that pain. Yes, and pain slows us down because when you have pain, you are injured in some other way. So then your mindset needs to be so strong so you can carry yourself to pain. When someone goes through a traumatic event and there's lots of adrenaline in the body, let's say an accident, a car accident or something like that, or you are being chased by someone with a knife, imagine something like that. Sorry, I'm not trying to be brutal here, but I'm just trying to get you to think there's a lot of adrenaline in your body and you actually don't know how fast you can be to get away because your brain is taking control of your body because you're not thinking about what's happening. Your brain is just taken over, and when you find yourself and you're like, how did I get here? How did I run so fast? Yeah.
That's right. And to adjust, to have the failure and then to adjust. And your body help you with that, with adrenaline. The question is, where have you mistaken feedback for failure? I think that's a big thing we must ask.
So that's a big question. Where have you mistaken feedback for failure? Don't fall into that trap, right? Don't fall into the mindset trap there because it's feedback. It's not failure. Feedback. What is feedback? It didn't go as you planned. However, you need to just adjust the following and the next one will be better.
Every thing that we experience, good and bad, is not a reflection of your failure, but is a reflection on feedback that you can get, or positive or negative.
Yes.
If you have a good feedback, then you can build on that. If you have a negative feedback, you can build not to experience that again. And that's a big thing. People experience maybe a rejected proposal. They propose something that's rejected, or they missed a goal, or a difficult conversation, or a poor result. Then immediately label that as I am a failure, and this was a failure. And then they stop there and they never do it again.
What is a proposal in our world? Listing presentation. You didn't get the mandate, you didn't get the exclusive mandate they should have, or you didn't get the mandate at all. Now you fall into this trap, mindset trap, go into a dark hole. That's natural. It's human being you. However, you have people around you can lift you up and talk you through that process. But if you know that this is just part of the process to get the next one, it's gonna be fine.
Instead of saying, I'm not good at this, I cannot do listings, say, I wasn't successful this time, but what can I learn to be successful next time?
Oh, yes.
And I think that's adaptive learning, to adapt and learn from what you experienced. Learn and carry on.
Well, we've got some examples here. A prospect says no, feedback on your presentation. A goal is missed, feedback on your process. A workout plan fails, feedback on your routine, your workout routine. A business idea struggles, feedback on execution or timing. And this is what adaptive learners, this is where you separate your identity from that outcome. And we ask the following, and we are adaptive learners, what is this result trying to teach me? What do I need to learn from this process right now? Yeah.
Always a learning process. Always.
Yes, and then there's the challenge. Identify one lesson from a recent mistake. Okay, so this is the challenge we're putting out there for you. Identify one lesson from a recent mistake. It's not necessarily a mistake, we're just framing it like that. It could be a failure, it could be something that didn't go as you planned. The mistake, what happened? Or the thing that didn't go as you planned. What is a lesson? What did it teach you? I can tell you we can plan as much as we want to be the perfect real estate agent, but boy, you're going to face a lot of adaptive learning. And that is something that we want to leave you with today.
As long as you ask, what will I do differently next time?
Don't fall into the same trap all the time. What will I do differently next time? Enjoy your day. Enjoy your weekend. We will all see you next week.
Bye.